Hey guys, Kessa here. Just real quick, I wanted to share with you my business why. I grew up in Michigan, blue collar family. My father worked at Ford's for 34 years on the assembly line. My mother was a bartender and then gave that up to go to Chrysler on the assembly line. Very modest life. We didn't live in a big fancy house. We didn't drive fancy cars, wear fancy clothes. We lived really modestly. My parents always provided whatever we needed, but it wasn't whatever we wanted. It was more of a need. And I really appreciate that, and that's something I want to share and pass down to my children. You know, one main thing that I remember growing up is that we really didn't go on a lot of vacations. Our biggest vacation would be coming from Michigan to North Carolina to go to the Outer Banks. And I'm telling you, it was fun. It was a great time. But I always dreamt about, checking out America. I always dreamt about driving my car through the Redwoods National Forest and, seeing the Grand Canyon and the Hoover Dam. And I've always dreamt about that. But I knew that it was, we couldn't. My dad worked 7 days a week. My mom worked, at least 6 days a week. There was just no way. There was 3 of us children. There was just no way that we would be able to do something like that. So, as an adult, I never really aspired for it anymore. I just kind of realized, that it wasn't in the cards for me. Many of you may know, and some of you may not, but I grew up in Michigan. At 19, I decided to go check out what America had to offer me. I packed a U-Haul with a boyfriend, and we both had a little family here in North Carolina, and we just did it. It was a struggle. It was hard. I had culture shock being from the suburbs of Detroit to come into this tiny little town. And it was a struggle, but I made it through. I got a waitressing job right away. And, I always have paid my bills. I've always been financially responsible. Again, kind of like what my parents did. I went and did things, but I didn't do a whole lot of things. When I was in my early 20s, I did do a lot of concerts, and I really enjoyed that. Kind of like a little free spirit, probably born in the wrong decade. But again, I knew that I wasn't going to get to the Redwoods. I knew I wasn't going to go fly to Vegas or go to New York, go on a cruise. I knew none of that stuff was in the cards for me, and I kind of just settled for it and said, oh, whatever. So when I married my husband, I was bartending, and I love it. I loved bartending. I'm super social. I enjoy people. I enjoy listening to music. And that's what the bar did. So it was like a perfect job for me. And I ran the bar. It was my bar. I didn't have a manager. I was the one that did everything. So I enjoyed working for myself, kind of. When I became pregnant, my husband told me he wanted me to stay at home. He didn't want me to work. And at first I'm thinking, this is awesome. My parents always worked. My son's going to grow up having me there with them. I'm going to be able to go on trips with them. Like tomorrow we're going on his aquarium field trip. And actually my mom's going to be here with me. So, it's really cool that I get to be a stay-at-home mom. But if you're like me, after a while, you start to lose your identity. I just don't know who I am. I've lost that free spirit, Kessa, and I want her back. And this is something I've realized, with the last 6 months probably, I've realized that where am I? Where did I go? And I think that's what helped me dig deeper into my business. Being able to be me. This is something I have. It's not for the family per se. It's something that I get to do and I get to share with my family. Until recently, again, I always wanted to go travel, but it was never in the cards. And now I know, since I've gone to California with Summer at Leadership and had so many aha moments there, that this business is for real. This business is what you make of it. I was farting around for 9 months with this business, not realizing what it really took to make it go. And when I went to Leadership and I saw Carl Deichler up there and I seen Shalene Extreme and Janelle Summers and Lindsay and Summer were pointing at all these, top coaches. And I'm like, who the hell are these people? I didn't know them. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I was like on cloud 9 that I was in California because I did not know I'd ever be in California. Ask Summer, when we went out one night, I was like, oh my gosh, is that the ocean? I've got to go and I've got sand from the ocean, because who knows when I'll go back to the Pacific Ocean. It's something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to see the West Coast. And because of this business, and because Summer believed in me in September of 2012, I got to go. And I got to live a dream that I thought I'd never, ever live. And it's because she saw something in me. When she asked me to go to leadership, I was like, heck no, I can't afford it. That's not something that, I don't travel. I can't afford that. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm farting around with this business. I'm not making the money I should be making. Those were the thoughts that were going in my head. But my husband looked at me and said, if she thinks that you should be there, we have to figure out a way to get there. And that's exactly what I did. And I had not one, not two, not three. I don't know how many aha moments I had, but I had them. And when I got back home, I started reading The Compound Effect, then The Slight Edge, then Eat That Frog. And that's when I really started to grow my business. I believe in all three of the vital behaviors, but for me in particular, personal development is the biggest game changer. I have been able to learn to tolerate people, not get Yankee on them, not scream and yell, not cuss at them. I just listen and let whatever roll off my back. Now I'm looking in January at the Super Saturday. It's all about, getting on this cruise and hitting Success Club. When I went to Super Saturday in January, I realized how important Success Club was, and that I was going to make that a goal every single month, Success Club 5. And I have. I've missed it 1 month, but I don't even care. Whatever. It happens. Okay, from here on out, I've been nailing it. I'm a girl that never nailed it ever. I had to manipulate ways to nail Success Club, or even to get 2 points, So it was really important. And then again, another aha moment. Success Club 5, make it a goal. It was Hillary Kelly that talked about it. And then the incentive of going on a cruise, go on a cruise. I was like, heck no, I don't even care about a cruise. I'm claustrophobic. I don't ever want to go on a cruise. I come home and I tell Ronnie, my husband, about it. And he's like, we got to get on that cruise. We're going. And I was like, holy cow, we're going. He believes in it so much. He has watched me the last year and a half grow. And he now believes, and it has for a while, in what I am doing. My mom always told me I would change the world. Always. My whole life she said it to me. And I believed it. And then I stopped. In your 20s, I don't know about you guys, but I enjoyed my 20s. And I just stopped believing that. Not me. What am I going to do to change the world? And now I know how I will change the world. I will change the world by changing myself first, leading by example, and showing others the way to get healthy and helping end this trend of obesity. And not only that, but getting healthy on the inside with their cholesterol, their confidence. I was never overweight, so I don't know that feeling. I had those vanity 7 pounds when I started Shakeology, but I never ate. I never felt good about myself. I've never felt good in my skin. And now I love it. I'm feeling my muscles all the time, and I'm flexing, and people are like, damn girl. And I'm like, yep, you're right. I know. Thank you. I love it, you guys. And now to think that I'm going to Vegas, Las Vegas, who would have thought that I would go to Las Vegas? I am living my dreams of traveling. I can't believe it. I got the chills right now thinking about it. Not that I want to go to Las Vegas, but I just want to go and see the West Coast. I am sick of the East Coast. I want to check out whatever else is out there. God made this beautiful country and this beautiful world for us. And I don't want to just know what Michigan and North Carolina looks like, or Florida when I was at a concert, or Maine when I was at a concert. I've gone to a concert in Colorado, but that's not traveling. That's following a band. Great times, but that's not traveling. And now with Beachbody, because I believe in Beachbody, I actually now have a clear vision of what my life is going to look like. I know what my log cabin is going to look like. I know what the backyard is going to look like with that jacuzzi and the built-in pool and the beautiful kitchenette out there. And honestly, I'd love to have like a house in the back for my mom to stay in. Like what do they call those? Mother-in-law suites. I want to have my children have a huge backyard that if he wants to drive a four-wheeler, he can drive it. I don't have to worry about neighbors. I have that vision. I've never had that vision before, and now I have it. I know what it's going to take to get to that vision. It's going to take me being persistent, being determined, and consistent every single day. I believe in this business. Do you?